and good evening, creeps. Okay, say hi and then you gotta get off. Okay.
Hi, guys.
Okay,
hi,
that's it. That's it.
Hi, guys.
Okay.
Let me show you. You see
Okay, Ash, this is a pair of scissors. Don't do that. Okay, just say hi to the guys and then you gotta go. Okay, now go. That's it. Go, go, go. Okay, guys. Let me try to get myself together. Okay. So anyway, guys, go, Ash. Okay, you gotta behave.
I'm not going.
Okay, I want to talk to the guys. Please, Ash. Please say hi, and then you gotta go. Okay, you gotta go after you say hi to the guys. Okay, that's enough. Go. Okay, say hi to the guys, and then you gotta go.
Okay.
Okay, Ash, please. That's enough.
I didn't even say nothing.
Okay, that's it, and then you gotta go.
Hi, guys.
Okay, now that's enough. Okay, so anyway, guys, I wanted to say something real quick. Sorry for the interruptions, but okay, so the thing about it is, guys, is that I wanted to talk about what do you want, Ash?
Open my can.
Okay, here. There it is. It's open. Okay, so sorry guys, I haven't been able to really sit down and record because I haven't really had personal or private time. And so I wanted to talk about the election. So I feel like, I feel like we've been bamboozled. I really do. I don't feel like I cannot see the majority of the white America wanting to vote for a black female vice president. I honestly don't. Think about it like this. If the average white man does not want to date a black woman, then what makes you think that he would go out and vote for a black woman to be over him? It doesn't make any sense. I mean, the majority of white males don't like black women. And then you got black men that don't like black women and stuff like that. So, I can't sit here and actually think, oh, all these white men, all these white women want to be under a black female. I just cannot believe this. So anyway, guys, I have to talk loud because she's just out of control. Okay, so what I'm trying to say is that Ash, can you stop, please? Okay, so what I'm trying to do is say, I just can't see that. I mean, and then Joe Biden, he's very old and he's very feeble and he doesn't seem like he has much strength or energy. Joe Biden, when he talks very slowly. He doesn't seem like he, is a very strong man. He seems like a very weak, a very elderly, very slow-paced man. He doesn't seem like he is, as strong as Donald Trump was. Donald Trump was, I think he was 77 years old, but he was still very strong and very feisty. Joe Biden seems so old and so feeble and so weak. I just don't understand why anybody would feel like that would be the right choice when, the man does not seem like he is a very strong man at his age. I mean, he just doesn't. And then when it comes to, are you saying to me that the majority of white America wanted a black woman over them? I don't believe that for 1 second. And also, guys, all these people are supposedly rejoicing about a black female vice president. Let me tell you something that I learned a long time ago. A lot of times when Ash, can you stop? I'm doing something. Okay, a lot of times when white people don't want something anymore, then they tend to just give it to black people. I'll tell you something. When I lived in Detroit, Michigan, I was a very young child. And the thing about it was when Coleman Young was the mayor of Detroit, it was just a dirty, ugly, busted city. It was a dirty, ugly, busted city. And the white people really didn't want it anymore. So Coleman Young was the black mayor. that was, the black mayor of Detroit. It was just a dump. It wasn't anything nice. And then when I lived in Miami when I was very young, I lived in Miami like when I was in my early 20s. What happened was the mayor of Miami, they gave it to a minority. He was a Cuban guy. And the white people pretty much had a lot of white flight. So the white people in Miami, a lot of them started moving to Fort Lauderdale. And then from Fort Lauderdale, they started moving to Palm Beach County. So the white people just started moving up north. And they just pretty much gave Miami to the minorities. And yes, you got 17 blocks of South Beach, and then you got Coral Springs and Coconut Grove and Aventura, and you got some nice areas where there are a sprinkling of white people. But for the most part, when the white people didn't want Miami anymore, then they gave it to the Cubans, and the Cubans became, the mayors and all that type of stuff. So then, I'll tell you something. I used to work for a political company, and I had to go to Washington, D.C. And I had to do something that required me to go door to door in Washington, D.C. What I found was very disturbing in Washington, D.C. Ash, can you stop jumping? Please, please stop. That's not funny. Okay, so anyway, what happened was in Washington, D.C., the whole city pretty much was a dirty, disgusting dump. It was a very dirty, disgusting dump. It really was. It was horrible. It was poverty everywhere. It was project developments. It was awful, 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 awful people, just crackheads, drug addicts, alcoholics. And that was pretty much it. And you would see some white people on the train, on the subway going to work. But for the most part, it was Washington, D.C. is a very horrible place. So what happened was, I think it is pretty much, guys, you have to understand that somebody could be playing a cruel joke on us. Okay, because from my history of knowing white people, when they don't want something, they basically just give it away to minorities. Ash, you have to stop. When I'm recording, stop. It's not funny. Go, go, go. Mind your own business. Okay, so anyway, what happens is that when white people don't want something anymore, they give it to black people or to any other minority. Now, the disturbing part about Washington, D.C. is that if you notice, if you don't believe what I'm saying, take a visit to Washington, D.C. It's not even restaurants. You'll be fortunate if you even find a McDonald's. I mean, it's all poverty, it's all horror and misery. Okay, so what happened was, if you notice, they gave the White House to the Obamas. And the cruel joke of this all is that White House is right in the ghetto. Okay, so they gave it to the Obamas, and they were, the president and the first lady in the hood. Basically, the Washington, D.C., the White House is in the fucking hood. It really is. Believe it or not, it's in the fucking hood. And now they turn around and they give a vice presidency to a black female. Now, this is not a joke. This is very scary to me. Because right now, if you notice, please understand this. This is not anything to rejoice about at all. This is not anything to rejoice about. Because I know for a fact, when white people don't want something, they give it to a black person. And let me tell you something. We're in the middle of a pandemic with businesses closing, United States shutdowns, all types of businesses going out of business because they don't have money. And then they turn the United States over to a black woman as a vice president. And everybody's supposed to be so happy and so rejoicing that, oh, a black woman is in charge. Oh, I feel more comfortable with her than Donald Trump. How in the fuck can you be more comfortable with a black woman than a white man, a businessman? What the fuck are you guys thinking? That is not anything to rejoice about, because, you know, we're in the middle of a fucking pandemic with businesses closing, and you feel comfortable with a black female in the position of power, with a feeble elderly white man that can barely move or talk? This is not a joke. You know, you don't know what they could be planning for the United States, for big shutdowns of this magnitude. I don't think it's anything to rejoice about that there's a black female in charge in the middle of a fucking United States lockdown pandemic, with people dying all over the United States, businesses closing, people losing jobs left and right, and you feel more comfortable with a black female. You feel, Ash, go, don't do that. Don't do that. Go. Go. I'll do it. Go. Okay, it's very, very serious. It's very, very serious, guys. Don't take it lightly. No white people, that massive amount of white people did not vote for no black woman to be in charge. Don't believe the hype, guys. When white people don't want something, they give it to a black person. That's all it is to it. They don't, whoever the powers that be is, they don't give a fuck about the United States anymore. So they want to give it to a fucking black woman. And trust me, guys, in the middle of a fucking pandemic, fucking businesses closing and shit, people dying all over the place, I don't give a fuck what you think about me. I felt more comfortable with Donald Trump. I felt more comfortable with a white man. I really did. I do not feel comfortable with Joe Biden and Kamala Harris at the steering wheel of a fucking... So what? Are we supposed to be rejoicing that some black woman is in charge now? Do your research and look at the history. When white people don't want something, they give it to a nigger. They don't give a fuck about us, guys. They don't give a fuck about us. They don't care if we live or die. They don't care if you got a job or you don't have a job. They don't give a fuck about us anymore. Whoever the powers that be are, they don't give a fuck about us. You heard it here first. Live fiercely, love viciously. And remember, atheism is unstoppable.